Welcome back to a very basic space program. This episode, well, we've got our missions to Mercury that might end up going off. We've got a bit more of maneuver around Saturn, and we've got a couple of craft on the moon that we probably need to bring back. So please join me. So we have Leo 1 that is on the surface of the moon. It's been there for a while now, and it's almost finished getting its mass spec data. And I was just thinking about this when I was looking at the craft, and I thought it's probably a bad design that we couldn't just leave the base on the moon and launch the return craft, because it's been sat there for, well, pretty much 90 days, that it could have just sent the rest of its payload home by now. So that maybe was a redesign option. Now I will say the descent engine for this and the descent stage for this, yeah, it's not entirely designed for this task. It's actually designed for something else, and we're just testing it. So yeah, we had a lot of space in it, shall we say. So we could have done all sorts with this. However, probably could have been better. We have the Saturn window in 30 days. We've got maneuver, and then we've got the Mercury one where we've got our Mercury craft getting ready. So that is Metal 1, Metal 2, and we've got the Pathfinder craft, which we sort of tested out last time. We have about over 500 science now just sat there from all of the sort of science that's been going on. If we actually have a look, let's have a look. What else have we got? We've got, yeah, this Pathfinder here. This is the test craft. It's sent back 64 science so far. It's got a lot of data that it's actually sending back. You can see there's an awful lot of data it's sending back. It is quite backlogged. If I'm honest, it's got a lot of backlog. It's going to be sending stuff back for a while. It's a lot of experiments have actually stopped running because, you know, just too long. Some of the 90-day ones, things like that, you've got some 30-day ones over biome specific regions, which are just going to take time. But we'll let that run. I don't feel the need to send anything else back up. Of course, we know it did have a slight problem with its avionics. What I have identified is that the solar version of the Pathfinder B2 does actually have extra fuel in the probe core area that shouldn't be there. So by removing that, it does gain control. However, it highlighted a problem with its sister craft, which are the ones with RTGs, which actually are overweight. So we've actually gone back and we've retrofitted some of our future craft that use that. I haven't retrofitted all of them, so I still need to go back and do some. But yeah, we're basically sorted down to the Ceres Vesta missions that I may run. We've got the Mercury, the second set of Mercury missions there, because I really do want to try and get into orbit around Mercury. I think that's going to be a big aim for us. But then later missions, we're going to have a look. If we go back to Saturn and Jupiter with one of these variants, we're going to have to do some work on it. Ideally, we'll actually replace some of the RTGs and stuff with something that's going to give us more punch, more power for our pound, I suppose you could say. Right, let's get on with something. So I think we're going to run forward and we're going to see whether the Saturn window opens first for that maneuver, or whether we are doing a return from the moon. All right, you can see we've got an extra chunk of science. I'm actually going to just have a look at how much Leo 1 has actually gained us. So Leo 1 has gained us 278 science. How much has Leo 2 got us? Is that more than we're getting from other stuff? Yeah, 230. So we're looking at, you know, most of this is coming from the Leo craft actually, which is really nice. What are we actually getting from the Pathfinder? So this is after about 15 days. It's gone up again. Is its data still loaded? Yeah, it's still got vast amounts of data. So we've got a lot of science coming in. So yeah, Leo 1 has now, if you look at the thing here, we have now finished everything, and we're ready for departing. We've got about 8 days until the Saturn window, so let's go do something with Leo 1, I think. We are on the surface with Leo 1. One of the things I've noticed with this is when I come back to it after being away, it considers it as flying. So I actually have to retract the landing gear and put it back down again quickly, and then it treats it as going and landing. So I'm not sure, there's maybe a little glitch with this. Anyway, we can see we're actually on the dark side at the moment. We are without electricity. We're running on battery. So I need to think what we're going to do here. We do have some engines on here, but we're not going to run you. We're going to actually shut down that engine. We're actually near the ascending descending node, the ascending node of the orbit of the moon around the Earth. So I'm not too fussed about when we launch. So I think I'm just going to go for this. And in doing so, I'm going to do something I never normally do, which is I'm going to use ascent guidance. So we're going to put ascent guidance on. 25 by 25, use the current inclination, and I think we're ready to go. So we're going to hit autopilot. That staged that. So now the next stage should fire this. There we go. Oh, we are good. We are good. What's happened there? What are we doing? How are we? Now it should turn when it gets to 90 meters per second, I think. Is it going to do that? Is that going to be what happens? Because it might be too late actually thinking about it. We'll see what we're going. It says this is going to take, let's have a look. Quite a few meters per second, 1,700. What have we got on this stage? We've got quite a bit on this stage. There we go. So it's going to start turning, is it? Yeah, we are turning now. So it's going to, so it can do an ascent to thingy. So potentially we could do ascent to target, which would be a good idea, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We could have left something in orbit to do a little test with. In fact, that would be a nice little idea, wouldn't it? Put a craft into orbit around the moon and test whether we can rendezvous with a craft off the surface before we send any crew. That might be an idea before I actually risk the lives of any of my team, shall we say. Right, so we are at an apoapsis of 16. We are gaining. I'm gonna speed this up a bit because you don't need to see all of it. There we go. At some point, what are we looking like for power? We're okay. Oh, because the Astris, obviously, does it generate electricity? No, it doesn't. It uses it up. Okay. Now, oh, what on earth was that? Something just exploded. I'm guessing it's the old bit that's down there. Yeah, I have a feeling that whatever was down there is now explodified, which is a little rude, actually, because it should have stayed there. It was going to stay there as a little bit. Now, I will point out, we do have these engines. Their thrust is not great. Although thrust to weight on the surface when this is empty is not bad. So we can, even if the Astris fails now, we can make it to orbit. We should be able to make it to orbit. We should be able to at least get back to Earth. They will enable us. After this burn, the Astris becomes less important. I'm actually tempted to redesign this at some point and remove the Astris, put something that's a little bit more reliable but with a single ignition in, and then dump the engine and the thrust sections, which are what pulls us off the surface nice and quick, gives a little push away from the housing section, and then just rely upon stuff like that when they're in orbit. It might be a better idea. I don't know. We will have to have a think about it. That engine is gimbling like crazy though, isn't it? It makes me think there's something wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. We're looking as though we're not doing too badly. We should be getting. Here we are. We should be getting to on target. What's going on? Why is it doing that? Okay. It's going to bring us up, is it? Okay. There we are. And we're done. Superb. So what we're actually going to do is I'm going to disable that. I'm going to shut down that. Let's activate these engines, I think, is what we're going to do. Because I don't trust the Astris at all, as far as I could throw it. So let's work as if we don't have access to it. I could have actually just staged them. That would have been a better idea, wouldn't it? Let's just do that so it's actually accounting for that. Right, so we have some Delta V available. Right, get rid of that. Let us have a look. Is there a thing for maneuver planet? Is there a return? Is there oh, there it is. Is there a return from the moon? Is that like a return, transfer to another planet, return from a moon? There we go. Final periaps, I would like us to be at, not too high, not too low. Let's say 70. Create node. When's that going to happen? Oh, it's going to happen very soon, and it's 700. Does it actually take us to that periaps, though? That's the question, isn't it? How low does it? Well, it looks slow. It looks low, but okay. At least it gets us on the track, as it were. Right. Let's execute that node. It says it's going to take 9 minutes for me to do that burn. Wow, that is a long burn. We could actually activate the Astris for this. In fact, you know what? I'm going to actually do it. Activate the Astris. Is that done a bit? Yes. So if the Astris works, we get away quickly. So we're looking at about 800 meters per second from that 20-kilometer orbit to get us back to Earth. That's not bad at all. We can take that into account for the future missions, shall we say. We are very low though, which means that this is going to take a while to get round to the start burn time. So I shall see you when we get there. So I'm just jumping back because I've made a change, which was I was having a look at our Astris engine and I noticed it has done total runtime 315 seconds of 330 seconds. Yeah, I also noticed that it has ignition chance of 73.3%. So not good is what I was actually thinking. You know, there's a 1 in 4 chance that this thing is just not going to do anything. So we're not going to rely upon it. We've actually turned it off. When we start the burn, if we're looking at the sort of halfway point as though we're doing okay, we'll just we'll activate it, see if it starts up. Otherwise, I'm not too fussed about it. It does mean we're going to have a 9-minute burn. But again, this is just, it's not working for me. It has taken a bit of it. It will eat into our fuel reserves because, of course, these little thrusters are not as efficient as the Astris. I actually don't know what the different specific impulses are on them. I'll have to have a look. We'll have to check it. But I'm not sure how big it is. Got a little bit of a freeze up there on the screen. How exciting. It was just doing, obviously, a load save thing. So this is the vessel. You've not had a really good look at it. We have, this is its getting to orbit orientation system. You can see, of course, it's got the RCS on the side there. Little solid thrusters that were there to push it away from the surface when it started its engine up. I think we will replace the Astris on this possibly in the future. I could make that multiple stages, and it's tempting to actually do that. And then we have our sort of on-orbit section. This is going to be our return craft at the top here. You can see it's got a heat shield in there. It's quite a large heat shield. I'm hoping it's going to work. And again, we have a couple of... Do I have just a... I just have a pressure thing. Where is the thermometer gone? There was a thermometer on here, I'm sure. That would explain why it's doing the weird gimbaling thing, because we've got one piece of equipment on the top. Now that's interesting. For some reason, I thought also this one had multiple at one point. So have we had a bit of an odd situation occur? I don't know. Let's actually just check. We can see what tech we've got here. So we've got that's got that. We've got a pressure. So that is the only pressure scanner. And then we have mass spec 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, image spec 2, infrared radiometry 3. That's in there. They've got analysis there, and then visible imaging there. So we've got visible imaging, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. The rest of the stuff is on the ground. Okay, so then this should also have, where is it? Where is the stored science? Hold on a second. There should have been some stored science in this. Data? Do we have data? Oh, we do. We do have it in there. Okay, it's all right. We just can't see it. Right, we're now past the point where we should be firing engines. Okay. This is good. We have this going. I'm tempted, once we get to about... where are we? Start node burn. Okay, that's not doing too bad. Once we get to the node point, we'll speed this up a bit. We will we'll look at potentially firing that engine. Time since last fire is a long one. Tempted to just do it and see how long it goes for. But I don't want to get too... You know what? Let's just activate it. Oh, we've got some thrust out of it. It actually started. That's nice, isn't it? That's lovely, in fact. And we'll shut it down before we have to. Or it'll shut itself down, I'm guessing. Wow, we're now 20 seconds over the run. That is interesting. This is probably throwing off our flight terribly, but whatever happens, happens. We'll see how it goes. Just getting this long burn out of the way is probably... Oh, we have a problem. What on earth is going on there? Why have I got a problem? Right, I need to shut that down. What is going on? What on earth happened there? That was weird. That is... Has that tank always looked like that? Has it always had a silver bit there? I never even noticed it. Right, is this going to be... What on earth happened there? Was that an engine? Was that another... Please tell me that wasn't another Astris problem. Because that is just doing my head in now. Right, I suppose that gives us a little bit of leeway. Right, we can actually refocus on the Earth now. Where's our orbit taking us? Are we actually escaping? Oh, there we are. Right, let's have a look. I think we might actually just stick ourselves on the node and see what happens. I want to get this thing as low into the atmosphere that's accurately possible. Oh, there, we've got another second interaction with the moon there. Interesting. So this is, I don't know how much delta V this is going to take. We have got 800 left. This is actually concerning me. that we are taking this much to get down. Actually, I suppose it's really it's not that efficient. We burned quite considerably before. Right, we are coming in, and I've got my finger on the X button, but I'm actually gonna have to abort the node, aren't I, to stop this. Let's abort it. Let's do that, and then just hold me on the node. Yeah, all right, and then we're just gonna shut it down when I need to. Right, come on. I don't want to really pulse the engines. I suppose we could use RCS, because at this level we have got so little fuel in the tanks that the RCS is actually going to have quite a profound effect. Obviously, this craft is a, I was going to say a bodge job. It is a bodge job. It's a cheap return craft that we've thrown together on top of a vehicle we wanted to test for its lunar capability. So it's actually a reasonably cheap mission for us, this, because it's a little tester. Right, let's see if we can bring it in now with a little bit of RCS. You know what, I'm going to give it another. Do that. Come on. Fire the engines. Oh, hello. Well, we got a little skitter there. That was interesting. Right, we're going to bring it in. And how high do I want to come into the atmosphere? 70? 65? I think 60 might be okay. Let's try 60. I can't remember what we took it when we were coming back with the crewed mission. I think it was around 60. So there we go. It is on its way. It's getting some more data on its way, which is nice. Moon space low. It's going to get a bit of data from there. I don't know how much we have actually got still to get from that. So anyway, so this craft has basically got a nice little payload on board of those samples from the surface. This will be our first moon rocks basically returned. We've got the sun on it, so it's okay. It's going to be getting power. So now we just basically have to forget about the Asterisk engine because it sucks. Get rid of this here. Where is that? Right, I need to go to maneuver node. There we go. Get rid of that. Cannot delete maneuver node. Nope, we're locked. How is it locked? We have got full control. What's going on? Why are you saying it's locked? Do I actually... Oh, did we... Have we turned this on? Activate avionics would probably be a good idea. Does that now allow me to do that? Right, that does. Okay, so we launched without the avionics on, but I'm going to let myself have that because we do actually have the avionics for this. Right. Let's have a look. There's no extra avionics on here, I don't think. Oh, there is. Were they enabled? Oh, they are actually on. Hold on a second. So that one is the small one. This one, is it on? It's right. It was on. So we should have had control. That's an odd glitch. It was sort of treating it as though this avionics unit was overriding, and this one, although it was on, wasn't doing anything. Okay, right. So we need to have a look at when are we going to have a little transfer. We're going to have a transfer in about a little bit of time. So we're going to just move this forward a bit. We'll run this on until we get to our transfer point into the sphere of influence of the Earth. This thing should head home before we get to the Saturn window, and also before we have the Mercury window as well. So that's a big positive for us. It means we don't have to jump around too much. We can speed this up a bit more actually. There we go, even faster. Look at that, we just fly through. We're getting space low. We've finished doing something. We've got loads of space low science. How much have we got coming in? Oh, it's 630 almost now. That's not bad, is it? Right, so we're going to be there any second. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Close, delete on close. There we are. And then we're just going to jump across the sphere of influence, which will be in 9 minutes or something like that. We just speed across it. There we go. And that should mean that our periaps is 30. Right, so we're going to come in. Let's speed this up a bit. Let's get this thing going. Right. We can slow it down to there. So we are going to timey-wimey warp to about here. Warp to there. So it's going to be 2 days. Yeah, we've got loads of time before we've got anything else going on. So we can focus on this. We could actually do a pass on this if we needed to. Right. Now, this is the debate I'm going to have. I can see it coming already. Where is the Earth gone? Number 1. There we are. Hello. Right. Orientation is one thing. Using the engines to slow us down is another. I think I want this craft to come in hot. I don't think I want to use anything up. I think I want to get as close as possible. However, Smart ASS, I want you to be surface velocity negative. I don't really care about that. So as soon as we get down to... We're getting close now, aren't we? I want us to spin round reasonably quickly. That's 1,000 kilometers up. Do it about now, maybe? I think at 1,000 we'll do it. Well, I think we'll do it at 1,000. We'll drop it out, do the spin round. What we're looking like for power. We've got full power, we've got a little bit of fuel. That's cool. Okay, turn it round. Right. There we go. We're 900 kilometers up. We're going to turn around and we're going to detach our targets. First of all, we're going to arm the parachutes. Have I set that to do it? I have not set action groups up for that. That's an error by me. So we're going to arm parachutes. Or they're not showing. That's interesting. No, they are armed. That's interesting. This used to go blue when you armed them. Arm parachute? What about you? You are armed parachute? You are armed parachute. Yeah, you are done. It's as if there was a little glitch there, isn't it? All right, it's gonna rotate itself to get into a nice position, and then I think I'm gonna go for this. So we're going to... Have I turned on the avionics? We are on. Let's do it. There we go. So we are actually spinning. It's going to stop spinning. We could actually induce a roll thinking about it, which might be useful once it's going through the atmosphere. So that there is, of course, spent. That should hopefully move off. What I might do is just do a little bit of a... Can we do that? Can we just... Yeah, just position ourselves off so that we're not heading straight to it. So we've just done a little bit of a translation sideways there. You can see that's drifting upwards. And we can now just let this thing sort of go into the atmosphere. Yeah, we've got a little bit of push away when we did our decoupling. It's going to keep spinning. We're gonna settle down. We are going to come down in the dark, which is disappointing, but yeah, things happen, stuff and things. Right. It's going to make for a great video, though. You'll be able to see, you know, particularly with YouTube's compression, it will be absolutely wonderful to see this return flight one. Oh, there we go. Right. And I think what I want is I want to turn the roll off, and I want to start a little spin. Is what I want to do. There we go. Just start a little spin. Let's see what happens. No, you know what? Let's put it back on. let us settle. I think I was being a little bit optimistic with the spin. I don't think the spin is needed because we've got control, and the control seems to... Ooh, we're actually... There we go. We've got a lot, actually, of this stuff, haven't we? Maybe we've overdone it, but this was overbuilt on purpose. Yeah, so there we are. Oh, we're getting our interface. So we're coming in at 60. That's what we're aiming for. Oh, that's gone. There we go. That's the remnants. Right. We have a bit of... What's going on here? It's got a tilt, has it? We've got some thrust going everywhere. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Why are we not... Why are we turning? Why are we turning? Okay. That's new. It's not to do with that. Is it just because... Let's have a look. We're actually... It is. That's actually off center. It's actually pulling us a bit, isn't it? Is it? I think it is. It's almost like it's twisting a bit because we're not balanced. Right, we are coming in quite hot. Very, very hot, in fact. I wonder what happens if I turn the RCS off. Do I dare? We're okay. We seem to be alright with the RCS off, although we are getting a spin, which is interesting. I didn't expect us to spin. And we're coming off center. Turn the RCS back on. Let's see if we can just sort ourselves out. So we are actually lifting up. Have I got an offset center of mass? Wonder if we offset the center of mass, possibly? Because I know you can do that with these. We'll just do that again. Right, this is odd, the way it's doing this. And I can't blame just that, because that should be a physicsless part, I believe. So I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that. Interesting. Not as stable as I would have liked on re-entry. Let's just put it that way. We are pretty much safe, though. I think this is going to be a success. It shall be a success. How wonderful. Right. Let us continue all the way through the atmosphere. So let's see. Spinning has gone up a bit there. What if I just do that? Can I slow the spinning down? Is it that there's a phantom? Because I've been concerned about phantom forces in a lot of my craft recently, and I wonder whether that is what we've got going on. See, there we go. Right, okay, that's fine. That's good. We are slowing down. I mean, we're still doing 1,000 meters per second, and I'm like, oh yeah, we've slowed down. I don't know where we're coming to land, actually. That'd be quite interesting. Right, let's just speed this on down. And there, we got a spin again. So there is something causing a spin with this. And I don't understand why. Now, of course, we will no doubt land upside down, because we always land upside down when we do this. You'll notice I chose the 2.5 meter fairing. I could have gone smaller. We could have put a really small craft for re-entry. We could have used a shaped avionics, and we could have put these on the sort of angles on it and stuff. But I thought we'd go for this just because, yeah, it's pretty much like our Venus lander, isn't it? And that went so well when it landed. So I thought we'll give it a go. We're good to go with that. We've actually used hardly any of the ablator up on this. So we could have actually got rid of some. Can we decouple that? No, I want to keep it. Keep it because it'll act as a crash zone type thing. Right, we are 15 kilometers up. I'm going to let this come down, and then I shall see you as we are about to touch down. We have parachute deployment at 4 kilometers up. Did I really set it for be 4 kilometers up? That's a long way up, isn't it? We don't have all of them. This one has not deployed. Is this a continuation of the problems with my parachutes? Come here. Come here. It's like they're not mirrored. Come here. Okay, yeah, that's different. So it looks like we've not actually changed all of them. Oh, I probably have not mirrored them. So that would explain why it's, yeah, look. That's an Earth parachute. That looks like a Venus parachute potentially, or something's gone wrong, or one of them. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what's going on right now. So they should have there we go. They've deployed. Is this going to deploy later? Yeah, that's why we've been rolling, and that's why we've been off center all the time. And no doubt, where's it? Yeah, it's to one side of that. Okay. So I wonder whether that accounts for the roll that we've been getting. It could possibly be it. Anyway, to the ground. So we're about 400 meters up, and I've just realized we're actually gathering science. We gathered science as we went through the atmosphere, because of course the science equipment's still turned on. We've got a load of electric charge, so we're actually transmitting pointless science as well, which is hilarious. It's not going to get us anything. I don't think there's any rewards for it, because I think it's all flying low. We've got flying high over the shores, but we've managed to get 7 seconds of flying high over the shores, and then we've got flying low over water. We've got flying high over the tropics for 6 minutes. We've got 6 minutes of flying high over the tropics. We've got no science for that. And flying high over the water, we got 7 minutes, nothing from that. So yeah, that's interesting. Has it actually added anything? No, we're at 260 for this. That's not bad. Right. Let's watch it land. Let's watch it land. We should come down nicely. I suppose I should probably slow this down. Yeah, we're coming down at 2.2 meters per second. This is softer than I was expecting. So we have a parachute issue with this. We've overdone the parachutes. I think I've not clicked on the 4 parachute thing. Right, let's recover this and see what happens. Right, so we have brought Leela 1 back. We've got 60 science just for bringing back the vessel. What have we got? Surface sample from the moon got us 18. So we've had a vessel on the surface of the moon that we brought back. We've got 18 plus 60, so 78 just from that. That's nice. I like that. We've got some parts back. We've got a contract complete. Have we completed our return? Lunar landing and sample return uncrewed. We've got that, so it's a bit of funding for that. We've got some upgrade points, which I will put into VAB, I think. I think we'll just do that, like so. I just get that increased a bit. Let's have a look. So we've got almost 6 million. I need 8 million, is it, or 6? I need 6 million to do the VAB, which would be the final, not the research facility, which would be the final research pop thing. Let's go and see if the craft is still on the surface of the moon, though, I think. Right, I am looking at the moon, and I cannot see the other Leela craft. What is that? We've got Leela 3, we've got Leela 2, Explorer 3. Do I have any wreckage that looks like Leela? Let's have a look. Debris orbiting the moon, orbiting Earth. Orbiting the moon. Where's that? That's now that's interesting. Look at that. How tight is that? It's got a periapse of... Okay, that would be the descent stage then. Right. Landed at launchpad. Yeah, I think we can agree that the Leela craft that was on the surface has gone. Which is interesting. So that basically tells us that we left something there, but it's decided... Oh, now look at that. Lunar Rover Alpha and the far side of the moon location. That's close, isn't it? That is a nice... We could land there and it would get that. What is this in the middle? What is that there? Oh, that's all the stuff around up because the Earth's over there, of course. Oh, yeah. Let's get rid of the rubbish. All right, so I think we've lost that, which is annoying because I actually wanted to keep the site available, but yeah, it's really annoying actually. Right, let's move on to our next little task for the day. Here we are again around with the Discovery 14 Saturn mission. So we're going to do another flyby of Titan. Let's have a look. How close are we actually going to get? How close are we going to get to Titan? And then we've got a choice of do we want to do a maneuver while we're at Titan? Do we want to do something down here? Do we want to try and get another encounter with Titan in the future? I don't know if we want to do that or not. Let's have a look. What does this do for us? Could do that. What about a bit of this? Oh, we can get another one. Is that right? When's that subsequent one? That is in 32 days. Okay, so we could do another little burn there. And then now. This is it. We can actually see how close it's going to be. So can we have we got into like a resonance with Titan right now? It sort of feels like we have. So let's have a look. Let's get the little tiny maneuvers on. Let's put this on here. So what's happening when I do this? It is getting closer, okay? Let's see how close can we get. Because I'd like to get really close to Titan. 13, 12, 11, 10. How close are we getting this? Oh, we're just going to be unparalleled to, aren't we? What about a little bit of that? Nope, no, that's not going to work for us, is it? A bit of that. That gets us close-ish. What about a bit of this? Nope, that's not going to do it. A bit of that. It's a waste of time. Bit of this, bit of that. So we want to move up and like that, don't we? Is that going to help me? Is this going to be good? Is that closer is the question. Which one is closer? 6 versus 6.981 and 6.984. Wow, it's not a lot, is it? So I'll keep doing that. And then do a bit of that. 6.9. Wow, that's... Oh, hello. Got another one. Now, this is getting interesting, isn't it? Can I just do that and then do that again? So we are pretty much in a nice little resonance. Oh, hello. How are you doing? You're nowhere near. But we are in a resonance. We're just going to keep doing flybys of Titan. And I don't have a problem with that, actually. Each time we come in, we're just pointing a bit more up and stuff like that. And then, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm all right with that. We're coming in at a steeper angle each time. At some point, we're actually going to, it's going to be throwing us into, what's it actually doing for our orbit? Is the question. So it's basically pulling us out out of orbit, and yeah, I suppose so. It's gonna pull us into a situation where we just don't have an encounter with Titan because we are actually just, yeah, because we're actually putting that on there. Yeah, let's get rid of it. Let's put another maneuver in there, and then let's do a bit of what we were doing before. So where were we? Oh, we're looking up this one way. So we're doing that. There we go. And then we're just going to do that all the way till we're about there. There we go. And then there's another one there. So we're just going to keep doing that. We can keep positioning ourselves and getting flybys. Is that doing the same thing? It is. So what we actually want to do, what happens if we do a bit of that? Ooh, now, what about that? That flattens it. What's the descending node like? It's not changing at all. Let's have a look. Is it doing anything? I quite like that. But I suppose that's going to give us another encounter, isn't it? Yeah, and then do, that's 40, that's not great. And then do a bit of that. Like so. And that one does that. Now are we still doing, yeah, we're still basically, we're still going out of the plane. So at some point we're going to fly out of the plane, and we're just going to have to accept it. So I think we let nature take its course. We'll put a maneuver in here. We will do a little bit of Bernie, get this to where we want it, and then see where we are. Where are you? Oh, hello. That's new. Why have you not given me a... Oh, there we are. There's the encounter. I want that one. Yeah. We'll just let it keep doing that, and then we'll end up actually being out of plane. And I don't think we're going to be on plane with anything, actually. We're going to be at a really odd angle, aren't we? Oh, hold on. What? No, we're not. What we really want is to try and get a Apetus flyby. That's never going to happen, particularly if we keep doing this, which is annoying. There's the solar system. Yeah, we're going to be completely not happening, but that's not going to happen anyway. We don't have the delta V for it. Right. Let's fly off. Let's get ourselves into position. Let's do this burn. It should be a little small one. And then let's get going. So we're about what, 3 hours out now. Oh, that's interesting. It says the burn. Right, yeah, it's a couple of days out. Okay. This will pop up, of course, because it does. That's what it does. It's its job. It has to pop up and tell me that we're about to have an encounter. Right, we are now within the window. We should be going into the sphere of influence any moment. We'll pop the transmitter on as soon as we get into it. Let's have a look. I will look at orientation when we're down the south there. Let's have a look. Come on. We're in, I think. There we go. Right. Where's Titan gone? Where are you, Titan? There you are. There's Titan. Right. Get the old transmitter on. Auto transmission. There we go. Now, the annoying thing is that we can't actually get, and we might be able to actually, at the lowest point or at the ascending descending node, we could do a maneuver just to take us closer to Titan, couldn't we? That's a thought. Where is the ascending descending node? We won't know until this maneuver's done. Oh, let's do this maneuver, and then the next ascending descending node, let's see what we can do about actually hitting the moon. Because I think I'd like to have a look at that atmosphere. We're not going to get all of the. Where is the one that is data transmitting at the moment? Right, this is 17 science. I mean, I'm not massively concerned about that. We're going to send another craft there in the future anyway, so that's not vastly important to us. This thing is tiny, isn't it? Look at it. All right, we're going to move forward to our position. Let's do that. Let's move forward to the start of this. We're going to come in, gathering all the beautiful science. There we go. We're getting stuff from all over the place. We're getting it from different areas. We're getting space high. Okay, it's all space high. Yep. And then we're going to put ourselves on the node. We're gonna do the stuff and things. So, oh, I probably need to turn the avionics on, don't I? There we go. We're gonna do that. There we go. Thank you very much for orientating yourself. There we are. And then just swing it around. There's we just used a 1K thruster. That's actually how small this craft is. I forget how small it is. That's quite a cool picture actually. I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Yep, that's yet another cool shot for the album of this series. Right, so we're transmitting what we're looking like. We've got plenty of electricity. We can basically fire this whenever we want, and it's not much of a thrust, is it? So let's just give it a go. Let's see what happens. There we go, and oh no, stop. Turn off. Thank you. Right. I want to keep you close. Oh, hello. There's the other one. There we do. That's nice. There we are. Right. I think it'd be possible for us to get nearer. I think because we keep getting encounters, so it's actually... Kerbal does not like... Or stock Kerbal patch conics does not like playing around when you've already got an encounter coming up. It doesn't know which one it wants to give you the ascending descending on, because technically we have multiple ascending descending nodes. This route here has one. I'm assuming the red route, it's actually within its orbital thing there. I'm not sure. So we'll have to have a look. What we do know is that on the red one? It is. The ascending node is on the red. So the red is the final one, and we're gaining every time. So we're going to end up basically missing it at some point if we keep doing this, which is fine. What's happening to our periaps? Periaps is getting lower, I think. So I think we're going to end up, we're going to end up closer to Saturn, closer in, but higher up. So yeah, we're basically taking energy out every time we go past there. But that's fine. We can do that. It's death dive time sort of situation. I'd love to put this thing in the atmosphere of Titan. It's not going to happen though, unfortunately. So we've got another 31 days until that happens. So we're going to have that probably in, you know what, I'm going to run forward and just do it now. Let's just get it out the way now. We've got building work going on. We can roll some stuff out maybe in time for the next thing, and I shall see you when we get our next encounter with Saturn. We are back again around Titan. It's been about 30 days, so it takes about 30 days for us to get around places. And we are ready to go past Titan again. Let's just check we've got everything set up. We've got some vessels that have completed, by the way. So we've got our Metal 1, Metal 2, and the Pathfinder already. We've put one of them onto the pad waiting. They'll be departing very shortly, the first of those, because I failed to realize that actually a pad that I was building is not going to be ready in time. It's going to be 22 days, and I do not have 22 days until that. So we've got, oh, that's interesting. Can I not upgrade? That's interesting. You can't upgrade from here, but you can upgrade that. That's odd. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to click these things off. We're gonna have a look at this. Let's check our situation. Do we have stuff turned on? Everything's stopped. We're gonna, you know what? I'm gonna turn everything on apart from that. We'll just disable that. Right, and then we're just gonna run it through. We're gonna run it through and see what happens. We've got this spin still, and the spin seems to be changing, so it's now along a different axis. Have we got time to our thing? We've gone past it, so we actually should be at any moment entering into the sphere of influence. And we'll notice because there'll probably be a new... Oh, there we are. We are in the sphere of influence, are we? There we are. We are now. Okay, you have to get quite close, don't you? There we go. Interestingly, it's not generating a departure from the sphere of influence. Is that? Oh, no, it is. We've got seconds, minutes, hours. So we've got a few hours of stuff. Why have we stopped? Give me science. Give me all of the science you can. How low am I on power? We have a full battery almost. Well, 60% battery. I don't need to transmit at the moment. I can just get science. So what we've got all of those are done. We've got 13 days on that. So we could keep going around. I'm going to just give up on this craft, I think. We spent enough time just going round and round and round and round and round on this thing. I think from now on, we just need to let it go. I think we just need to let it go, let it do its thing, and if it flies past places, wonderful. Otherwise, not really a problem for us, is it? It's gonna get us data. It's gonna get all the stuff that we want it to do, and then it can stop doing that. In reality, yeah, we can see it's shutting itself down every time. That's really annoying. Right, we'll get it back into the sphere of influence of Saturn, and let it get going. There we go. It's shut itself down again, and it should be in the sphere of influence of Saturn. Probably, is it? I'm assuming it is. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, I mean, it's got 1,500, almost 1,600 science. This craft, it doesn't owe us anything. It's got another flyby in 30 days. We'll do that in the background. Let's just see. Can I? Where's Titan gone? Where are you, Titan? There you are. So set as target. We do have. Oh, hold on a second. Do I now have the ability to do this? Give me that. Right. Okay. Let's see. Can I enact change? I can. I can enact change. How much change can I enact? Ooh, now, I think we can get this down. I think we can get this down to almost 0. Oh, come on. I think if we'd have done this earlier, it would have been possible. But let's just see. Get it right down as low. I think we're going to be short. Oh, we are going to be short. We're going to be short by ever so little. Oh. Oh, you are kidding me. What about a little bit of this? Because how close are these? How close is those? That's not good. That's not good. What about a little bit of that? Oh, that's just tempting me to get. How close can you get? That's the question. Oh, that is. Oh, that is so close. That is so close. Was that descending node or ascending node? Is that going down or up? That is going up. Right. How close are we? How close are we? Oh, I think we've just missed it. Damn. That is annoying. That is a very annoying. Yeah, I think that would be it. Let's do it. Let's put me on the node. Get me on the node. Just burn everything. Full throttle. Activate the avionics. This is our last one. Get me on it. Fire everything. We've got 50 something seconds. It's not going to do it, but it'll get us close. That's all I need. I just need us close. There you go. Look, you can see it. Just, oh, it's going to be so temptingly close, isn't it? Oh, that's just annoying. You see that one? Now, the interesting thing is we're still actually in an encounter with the sphere of influence at that point. So is it going to bring it back round? Or are we going to continue to move away? We are a little late on the burn start time. I will be honest. Oh, we are coming back now. We're coming back. Okay. So we will see. I don't think we're going to get a brilliant encounter. We may end up, and I've not even looked, we may end up actually hitting Saturn. No, we're not. We're not going to go into Saturn, I don't think. Ooh, actually. Where's that? No, that looks all right. It looks okay. Right. We have a tiniest bit of delta V left. I can't even measure it. Right, I'm gonna speedy uppy. This is going to empty the tanks. We're going to have no control of this craft whatsoever once this is finished. So now is just how close can we get to Titan. I would love it. Absolutely love it. If we just do that, turn that on. I would love it if we could just... Yeah, are we gone? Are we gone? Is that it? Is that us out of fuel, or are we just pausing for a save? I think that's us gone. Yeah, we're out of NTO. Okay. Right, that is the craft dead. We do not have any more chances of encounters. I do not get to put it anywhere near Titan. That is the closest we're going to ever get. I don't think it's close enough. So I think this craft we are just going to leave. It's going to be the end. And so the Saturn mission there is over. I think we do have a possible Saturn encounter coming up in a little while, about a year or so, well, just under a year, and then we've got some better ones later on. But I think that's going to end this episode. So from me, until next time, say goodbye to Discovery 14. Have a great one.